Welcome to the Monday after a win. And it feels good to be in the winner's circle. We love winning. Top of the AFC North for now, and hopefully can stay there with some consistency on offense and defense, and even special teams play good. But of course, y'all have found a reason to be mad. Yeah, you have found a reason to be mad. And it is a clip going around here with Matt Canada that you're mad about. It just happened to be on the touchdown pass from Kenny Pickett to George Pickens, and y'all are mad about that. And I don't understand why. And here's why I don't understand why. I don't understand why because I initially thought, and don't correct me if I'm wrong, the refs did not pull out a lot of flags. They did not pull out a lot of flags. And I thought that catch, George Pickens, was going to come back because I thought they were going to get him for a push off. I did. So if Matt Canada was up in there looking at what I saw, scanning the field for flags like I was, I didn't immediately celebrate either. I was just like, hold on, wait a minute, let me make sure, because the refs didn't pull out a lot of flags and they pulled them out on mostly the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, so I really thought that was going to be a penalty when he pushed off of Marlon to create that separation to get the ball in the end zone. It may not have been anything. They were both a little handsy. Again, the refs did not throw a ton of flags in such an intense game as these matchups usually are. So, I'm pretty sure the reaction came immediately after the camera cut away. So I hate that people are tripping about that. It is stupid. Let that man live. I wish they wouldn't show him as much as they show him in the box. I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't know how much they show him, but I see him on my timeline after games every single week, so they show him enough to piss people off. Anyway, they do it for shock value. They want you to repost it. They want you to talk about it. They want you to go get the clip. I digress. Back to the game. We saw a lot of frustration still on the offense, but what I saw was a leader. I saw Kenny Pickett look like a leader on that offense on Sunday. Just the way he was commanding and calling plays and audibles and like, hey, when they went tempo or whatever you want to call it, or no huddle, like they just kind of like, he just looked like, yeah, this is the offense, this is how we're going to get it done. Even though they weren't necessarily getting it done, but you saw steps of progress. You saw first downs getting made. I feel like that right there is building their confidence. If they can go out there and get first downs, converting on third downs, y'all. Converting on third downs, critical. And they were doing it. They were figuring out a way to do that towards the end of the game. I love that. There's a lot of criticism about Jalen over Najee again. And I'm going to just ask you for the last time to stop. Like, stop doing that. I love that play. Seeing both of them out there on the field was amazing. Like, let's see more of that. Like, give me more. You seeing Jalen hurdle another guy. That's something we see Najee do. Like, I hate how, like, they're like, oh my God, like, he's doing stuff. Like, no, but Najee does that. That's, like, literally, like, a logo of his, like, apparel line is him hurdling dudes. So, that's, what are we talking about? So, I know it's easy to forget when you don't want to remember. So, let's not do that. Shout out to Alex Highsmith. I just adore how under the radar he is. He's still under the radar. Believe it or not, he's under the radar. But if you look at how he's performing, he is phenomenal. He's getting the job done. Go look at the numbers. I know you guys like rankings and all of that. Go look at Alex Highsmith's numbers and you tell me he's not at the top level of at his position. Right there with TJ Watt. Please don't tell me. Please tell me. Please tell me you don't see him up there. Okay? I was a little frustrated. I felt like it took too long to get to Lamar Jackson, but we did get to him. And we made some phenomenal plays when we did get to him. I don't know why they stopped running the ball. I don't know why Lamar stopped running. There were situations where I thought Lamar was going to take off and he decided to pass it. The run game just kind of stopped. Of course, there were a lot of dropped balls, but yeah, you can blame the receivers. You can blame the receivers, whatever. Um, Joey Porter Jr. I don't know his exact snap count, but he did get way more snaps than we're used to seeing. Um, I do want to see Darnell Washington be more involved. I understand there was one attempt thrown his way. However, plays before that, on that same drive, this man is wide open. This man is wide open. We got to get him the ball. I don't know how you don't see him. I know the plays are calling for X, Y, and Z, but man, we got to be looking out for 80. We got to be looking out for 80. Like, we have to look out for 80. Man, that man is a pot of gold, and I can't wait to use him. Shout out to Hot Rod. He did great on special teams, y'all. We have to give Hot Rod a ton of credit on special teams. Stopping the touchdown. The Gunner fumble touchdown. And on special teams, we thought that was going to be a touchdown. Thought his elbow was down or whatever after Miles Kilbrew blocked that punt. But, hey, it is what it is. We respect it. I appreciate you, Rodney. It ended up being a safety for us in the momentum swift. And when we say momentum swift, can we talk about Renegade? Let's talk about Renegade. The power of Renegade. It is powerful, y'all. I don't care what you say, who you are. If you don't believe in Renegade, I watched, and y'all know how critical I am of an Acrisure Stadium crowd. I'm very critical of them. I watched them stand on their feet. From Renegade, from the defense is on the field, until the offense completed their drive. They stayed on their feet, y'all. I felt like I was at that Texas A&M game, and I was up there with the 12th man, y'all. I was happy. Okay, I'm like, we all standing as a family. We a family. We're rooting for our team as a family. It was magical. I want to take that. I want them to play Renegade again. They played it so early in the fourth quarter, which is great. It's like, I don't know. It was early. It was the first drive of the first defensive drive of the fourth quarter. They played Renegade, and I wanted them to play it again. I was like, keep playing it because this is magical. This is working. It gets the crowd into it, and I love it. I love it so much. So it worked. I mean, you got the block punt, and just the rest is history. That was the perfect example of Steelers versus Ravens. That's what you get. Your defense gonna have to defend because your offense is gonna struggle. They just are. But the fact that I saw Kenny Pickett only have 60 yards in the first half, I said 60. I think Lamar had 150 something going into the half, and Kenny Pickett had 60 yards. I was like, how are we gonna win this game? But I applaud them for not abandoning the run game. I applaud you for sticking with it. I don't care if you got 2 yards, I don't care if you got 3 yards. I applaud you for sticking with the run game throughout this. You have to. You gotta do it. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. Stay committed to the run. You have to have it. Unless you get far, far behind. You can't run the ball. I get it. But we weren't far behind thanks to the defense. Baltimore didn't score in the second half. Even when we gave them the ball in the red zone. Shout out to Joey Porter Jr., man. Congratulations to you on your first interception. That was amazing. That was amazing. It was a true Pittsburgh Steelers and Ravens game that needs to be on primetime. I don't know why every matchup of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Ravens is not on primetime. I really don't get it. I don't understand. That nobody wanted to see Dallas get whooped by the 49ers like that. Should have been Ravens and Steelers. We know it's going to be close. We there is really no way. I don't care if neither team has never won a game. This game's going to be close. This game's going to be competitive. This is going to be knockdown, drag down football. and you wanted to see 3 interceptions by Dak Prescott. I think he had it. I don't know. I stopped watching. But anyway, you got your 41-10 game on prime time and an amazing 17-10 game by the Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore Ravens. I didn't see a lot of Ravens fans there. I thought they was gonna bust them in like they usually do. Not a lot there. Not a lot there. So, but we'll see them again in Baltimore. I thought it was December, but the game's actually in January, and I can't wait. It'll be around my birthday, and I love when the Steelers win around my birthday. It's gonna be amazing. So we'll see. Shout out to the defense. The defense really piled on the linebackers. Can we just talk about Quan for a second? Quan might have been the steal. The energy he brings. The energy he brings. The man's pretty much playing football for free because of the amount of fines that they fine him. But like the energy Quan Alexander brings is crazy. I love watching him jump around and yell and scream out there. It is absolutely remarkable to just see him out there doing what he does. And I appreciate Omar Khan and Andy for going out and getting this man. We appreciate you. Shout out to the linebacker group. They're really, to me, playing good ball. Shout out to Larry. Oh, that fumble? What? Hello? Okay. Mike Tomlin, defense, your defense showed up. So I know the defense had it. Not having a sack the week prior, I don't understand that. I don't know who those guys are. But this defense that showed up yesterday, I know them. I know those guys. I recognize them. So I just need them to continually show up. If it means padded practices, do whatever you got to do, Mike. Do whatever you got to do, Mike. Like, make sure them guys continue to show up. And just think about it. Alex Highsmith was on the injury report. I'm not doing this because I don't think he wasn't bothered. But it just obviously wasn't super significant. And if he didn't play, he was the one that got us the fumble. You know what I mean? So, oh man. I'm proud of that defense. That defense just really makes you super, super proud of this team. Now we just got to work on the offense. George Pickett had a phenomenal game. Kenny Pickett looked like he was, feeling himself, feeling the groove. I love that. He probably had something to prove because he got knocked out of the first time he played them, even though he did play them in Baltimore. But, I'm sure he felt like he had something to prove. So, he looked like a leader. He can't take those sacks, though. Those 2 sacks where you're right there in field goal range. You can't take them sacks, Kenny. But I'll let that. He knows that, and I'll leave that there. But bye week. Cannot wait to get Deontay Johnson back, y'all. We miss him. I don't care what you say. He is a threat that you have to account for. And we got to get DJ the ball. We got to give him an end zone because he has not had a touchdown in a long time. So, can't wait for him to come back. And I'll see you guys in LA. Bye.